Welcome. I'm so glad that you're joining us for this show. I'm Suzanne Lynn, and we're talking with Yakov Rozenberg, who wrote the book Dreamchaser. Yakov has an amazing story. He was born in the former USSR of Ukraine, and one time during a history lesson, Yakov was understanding that they were missing about 300 years of history. So he raised his hand, asked about that, thinking that maybe they were hiding something. And as this young boy, he was taken down to the principal's office and put on a list of someone who is not loyal to the government. So obviously, this changed his life in a drastic way as just a young elementary boy. And Yakov, we're so glad that you're here. We're only going to be able to scratch the surface, but thank you.
Glad to be here. I appreciate very much, Suzanne.
Absolutely. Yakov, just share with us just briefly about the book, Dreamchaser, what it's about.
Dreamchaser is written in pieces of, like O. Henry, independent chapters created a picture of who I was and who I became. 2 years in the Russian military and 2 years as only political prisoner in among 2,500 criminals.
What were you told as a military official? How was life for you then?
Because I was already graduated from undergrad school, I was sent to the 6 months very extensive training to become a surgeon. And they brainwash us, US is enemy number one, and they created us as a killer. They trained us to shoot, to kill, and not ask any questions.
And this goes back to, I mean, you witnessing stories about your grandfather. Can you share about the picture that we're looking at right now about Grandpa Aaron?
Yes, my grandfather, my uncle, and my father was taken away together with 83 other people by German Nazi in 1941 to the end of the village, and they were about to get execution. And my grandpa have had split second to make decision, and he chose my father, his oldest son, and said to him, Mikhail, I will stand in front of you, take bullet for you, pull my body on top of yourself, and lay down for 2 nights and 2 days.
Wow, that is that's a love that most of us never experience. I want to talk about your parents because right now we're looking at a picture of your family.
Yeah, I have had loving family who provided me with food, clothes, and care, and I'm very grateful to them forever.
And then you passed that love down to your family and you came to America and your son Josh actually served in the US military.
Yes, I have 2 children. My oldest son is Josh, and I raised him, and he became All-American hero. He served in the United States Marine Corps, and last August he was honorably discharged in rank of sergeant. And last 6 months and 2 weeks, but who is counting? He was
Right.
in the war with evil in Syria, and I'm very, very proud of him. He's my American hero.
And through everything that you've been through, the stories that you've personally witnessed, the stories that you've heard about your family with the pain and the suffering and the death, and that you go into so much detail in your book, Dream Chaser. How are you so positive? How do you enjoy life so much? How are you so happy?
Well, I will try to gallop with my answer. I, um, I crossed the line of point of no return. Most people never come back, and those who come back, they have problem with PTSD, have to see shrink, some committing suicide. Very few of us understand and value life, and I became one of those who became extremely positive. I love life. I
Mhm.
believe so that God loves liberty in pursuit of happiness has to be the most important thing for anybody who lives in this greatest country in this world, US of A.
We're just looking at your marathon pictures and your scuba diving certificates, and you with your dog, and you are so pro-American. I have never met anyone with your loyalty and your love for country.
Thank you. I really love this country very much. It gave me an opportunity to start everything from scratch, from the beginning. Give me a second chance. How many people in this life can have a second chance? Very few, if far between. And I will be forever grateful. I have never ever owned any foreign cars, and I promoting buy American-made cars. I believe so that this country, the greatest country in the world, be patriot of this country, and love this country like you love your child.
And we are starting to wrap up the interview, and there's so much more I want to talk about, but what is the final message that you want to share about your book? Because I know it's important to you for high schoolers to read this.
Never ever give up. Believe so that in the end everything will be okay. If not, it's not the end. You have to have can-do attitude, and remember so that if you can dream it, you can do it. Every time I drop off my children at school, I ask them, if you can dream it, and they reply to me, you can do it. I believe so that always you have to fight evil and never ever give up. Support charities such as Wounded Warrior Projects, Tunnels to Towers, St. Jude Children's Hospital, Hebrew Free Loans, and the most important thing, again, God, love, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I know I have angels in my life who helping me out to go through my most difficult time in life. It's my grandfather, Aaron, and my uncle, Yakov, who were killed by Nazi, and my grandpa took bullet for my dad, and my uncle Yakov, he was under the age of 16. He even did not kiss a girl. They are my angels in my life. And I also have living angels now. My dearest friend, Libby and Chris Beers, and I call Libby Angel Libby. I'm very grateful to my angels in my life.
Yakov, thank you so much for joining us again. Yakov Rozenberg with Dreamchaser. Thank you, friend.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, Suzanne.